transfer market have started heating up, people, and things are getting very testy. And that is what we are bringing to you here on Pillar Sports. Because what are we without bringing you the best news and the reason, the breakdowns of why these players are wanted by the clubs or why they are leaving their clubs right now. So without further ado, the thing we are going to be talking about is the transfer window. We are going to be talking about the likes of Yan Diomande. We are going to talk about En-Nesyri. We are going to talk about Andy Robertson to Spurs. And then we are going to sprinkle the fact that Liverpool just lost to Bournemouth in a last-minute goal from Audi. The truth about it is that Liverpool and a slot might be fired before Thomas Frank. But let's not talk about that right now. Let's focus on the transfer window, and that is what we are going to be talking about right now. So the first thing is first. The biggest name right now that a lot of people are talking about is Yan Diomande. The question is, who is he? Because a lot of people, a lot of fans and a lot of casual fans that watch the game do not know who Yan Diomande is. But guess what? That's why we're here. That is why we are going to break it down for you to understand who the freak is Yan Diomande. And the funny thing about it is that he is a wild card that everyone wants. And let's break it down. Of course, the question is, who is Yan Diomande? Yan Diomande is being talked about as one of the most explosive young wide attackers in Europe. Not a household name yet, but that's exactly why clubs are circling. Now, the key part about this situation is that, does he play? What position does he play? Yan Diomande is a winger or an inside forward. We know that for a fact. Style of play that he brings to the team is very direct, very fearless, and a high tempo, very quick winger. Now, we also saw him play at the African Cups of Nations with the likes of Amad Diallo in the same position. And the funny thing about it is that he was playing in a fullback position and in a forward position going to support Amad, and it was actually working out perfectly well. And then you look at the age range for Yan Diomande, a young developmental, ceiling massive kind of players. The sky is the limit for Yan Diomande. Truly remarkable in what he does. It is ridiculous how this guy has been at Leipzig this long. And the funny thing about his archetype, he's a chaos creator. More than a polished, finished final product. So him coming to your team would definitely be a situation where it is going to be, you still have to polish him, but he knows how to create moments. He knows how to destroy one-on-ones. He knows how to get into positions where you wish that he can put the ball away. And that is the good thing that a lot of teams are looking for right now. But what does Yan Diomande bring to any team that he goes to? First things first is his ball carrying threat. The dude knows how to move with the ball. Diomande doesn't recycle possession the way everyone recycles it. He breaks lines just like the way Amad does. We know that once the ball gets to Amad, everybody is on the edge of their seat. We know that for a fact. And that is going to be Yan Diomande too. Anytime the ball gets to Yande, every single person gets up on their feet because he has the pace, he has the trickery to go by fullbacks. He forces fullbacks into 1v1s that they do not want. And that is the key thing about playing wingers for Manchester United. Manchester United sold majority of our wingers. Marcus Rashford is going to go to Barcelona. Jadon Sancho is in Aston Villa. Good thing he scored the last game he played for Aston Villa. And the truth about it is that we do not have the wingers to play the United way anymore. So the key part about what we are seeing or what we are noticing is the fact that Man United are going back to what we know, the DNA, and that would need wingers in that situation. And then you also have to look at the instantly how he stretches low blocks. He understands and he hugs the touchline very well. This is huge for possession heavy teams. It is huge for that. We need to have someone that would be able to stretch the pitch in order for us to make sure that they do not have any opportunity in getting the ball from him. They would love this player because he is something. He always makes something happen when he has the ball. And that right there is truly remarkable. And then you have to look at the other thing too, unpredictability. In modern football, this is gold dust. This is gold dust right here in WWE. No, he is not robotic. He is not locked on one particular system that he wants to play. He can beat his man or draw fouls or disrupt defense's shape just like that. Coaches value him because defenders cannot predict what he's going to do next. You can't read him. You can't read whether he's going left or right. Now this is why mid-table teams and elite clubs are also watching closely. And whoever gets his signature is going to be absolutely remarkable for them. He is also a transition monster. Very deadly on counterattacks. I told you about his pace. Very quick decision maker. When in open space, he understands how to get the ball going. He understands who is the ball to go to and who is meant to make the run to take the player away. That right there is something that you get from experienced players. And he already has that, and it will be ideal for the likes of Manchester United that want to have a high press team that are in a rebuilding kind of project, and clubs that are lacking wing penetration. Manchester United, all about that. Now, the concerns about who Yan Diomande is, basically to me, is the end product is necessarily not there when it comes to consistency right now. He still has a way to go. He still has opportunities to learn from this. There is some tactical discipline that we have to look at. And decision making in the final third. We all have to look at those things, and we all have to say, we need to make sure that things can actually get right and get better in these situations. He is raw, but that's exactly what Manchester United need in this situation. The upside is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and that is why we absolutely need to bring this player in here. And every team that is looking for Yan Diomande, because we saw Aston Villa in the race, Man City in the race, Liverpool in the race. Every team that wants Yan Diomande would absolutely be getting a future star in Yan Diomande or another raw talent to gamble on. The idea is the amount of money that Leipzig want for him is truly crazy. It's crazy to me. And that's how we're going to end it. Anyway, let's go to the next one. En-Nesyri to Juventus. This is a big one. This is one that divides Juventus fans, in my opinion. Because En-Nesyri, playing for Fenerbahce right now, is a talented player. But Juventus are not shopping for aesthetics at this point. They want output. They want somebody that can do the job right. En-Nesyri's profile, of course, we know is a central striker. His strengths are his aerial ability, his movement in the box, and his physical dues. We all know that. But guess what? He also has weaknesses. And his weaknesses are he is not a silk link-up striker. He does not bring the ball down the way I want him to bring the ball. It's not easy with En-Nesyri. It's really clunky in that situation. And because it's clunky, that brings a little bit more of like, sometimes you might be frustrated about his movement or frustrated about his first touch. But the thing about it is that he's going to pop up in that box when you expect him to. And when you don't expect him to, he's going to be in the box. So what does En-Nesyri bring to Juventus? One thing first, he is an elite in his box presence. One of the Europe's best aerial forwards. Dominance near the near post runs, converts crosses into goals, something that Juventus lack really badly right now. The likes of Conceição, and yes, is going to enjoy having En-Nesyri in that team. Because one thing is for sure, once the crosses come in, he is going to be there to receive it. That's one thing for sure. Juventus are struggling to get goals from set pieces. En-Nesyri does that for them. He does that for them really well. Of course, he's also tactical discipline. He knows how to play within a system. It's not a doubt. He knows how to play within the system. He presses intelligently, not chaotically, in a way he's running like a headless chicken. No, he's comfortable being the reference point up front, which I don't think Juventus players right now actually have. This gives them a more pragmatic style of play. Yes, you have the likes of Jonathan David. You have the likes of Openda. But this guy just gives you something different. He gives you, let's sit back and hit the ball long. Let's give you another opportunity to relieve the pressure. En-Nesyri is that guy. And he's also a big game mentality kind of player. He has proven it in the finals of the Europa League. He has proven it in international tournaments with Morocco. He doesn't disappear under pressure. And that right there is the reason why bringing someone like him would be good for Juventus. Now, why some fans are skeptical, I understand that. He's not the Juventus glamour of a signing. He's limited in creativity and needs service to thrive in that situation. So if the ball is not coming, he might be floating. He might not do anything in the entire game. He's not here to be flashy though. He's just here to finish. And if you get the ball to him, he is going to finish. Now, the tactical breakdown for what he fits perfectly, in my mind, is the 3-5-2 or the 4-3-3 system with him as the focal point. Allow the second striker. What he also allows is the inside forward to thrive. So he can always head the ball into a running winger. That's where Conceição and Youssef would enjoy themselves. He frees up the midfield runs. Those things are what En-Nesyri would bring to Juventus. Is En-Nesyri the striker that Juventus need, or just another stopgap? That is yet to be seen. But one thing is for sure, he is that talented to be the guy to get them Champions League this year. He needs it. And personally, Juventus need it also. And then we go to the next one, which is Andy Robertson to Tottenham Hotspur. This is a big one because Andy Robertson to Tottenham Hotspur it is a weird one. Tottenham just lost. Well, did not lose, but it felt like a loss to Burnley. It ended 2-2. And Robinson has been touted because Tottenham Hotspur wanted to bring him in the summer last year. However, Liverpool did not want to lose Trent and lose Robinson in the same summer. And so now that Tottenham are in such a rut, instead of waiting on him on a free transfer next summer, they want to bring him in right away. That's what we are hearing. But the question is, does that make sense for Liverpool? In my mind, it doesn't make sense for Liverpool because you have also lost Conor Bradley. Yes, Tsimikas is playing in Roma right now, and you can recall Tsimikas whenever you want to. However, what Spurs are going to be getting in the likes of Andy Robertson is irreplaceable. It's not something that you can buy from the market. Well, technically you can buy it because you're buying Robinson if he goes to Tottenham. But Tottenham wants experience. They want the leadership. They want proven winners in this team. And Robinson gives them all three immediately. Robinson has the elite mentality. He's a serial winner, he's a focal leader, and he sets standards daily in training. This would be massive for Spurs because they have had a lot of questionable draws, questionable losses, last minute collapses. Bringing somebody of this rigid, focal, winning mentality might do good for them. He's still one of the best overlapping fullbacks, so he will be relentless in terms of going up and down. He has the intelligent runs to give the likes of whoever is playing on that left-hand side, whether it's Odegaard or, what's his name, Lucas Bergvall or even Xavi Simons, whoever is playing on that left-hand side, to be able to actually enjoy an overlap that makes sense. He creates overloads on that left-hand side, and that would be so good for Thomas Frank. And he needs it sooner than later, people. He needs it. Even if he's peaked deep slightly, his football IQ hasn't. He is going to contribute something very big to Tottenham Hotspur if they get him over the line. And you also have to understand his big game authority. He has done it. He has been there, and he knows about what it means to be in big games. Champions League finals, Premier League title winning sides. He knows how to manage pressure moments. He helps younger defenders organize, and he brings calm when games get chaotic. Now, the fans are, of course, concerned about situations. They are concerned about his age, his legs slowing down. They are concerned about the Liverpool connection. But the truth about it is that Spurs don't need potential in this situation. They need certainty. They are free falling right now. They need certainty. They don't need, oh, he's going to be potentially better, his ceiling is going to be high. They need them right now. Somebody that is going to come in and give you the best out of his talent and add something really good for the team. That's what they need right now. And then you look at the tactical fit for Spurs. He's perfect for a high tempo system, which is what Thomas Frank wants to bring into Tottenham Hotspur. He allows the winger invert, which is what Odegaard would absolutely enjoy. He improves the defensive structure instantly. Working with the likes of Romero and Van de Ven, that would make things perfect. You understand? But the question is, would you take Robinson for experience or invest in the youth instead? But that's up to Tottenham Hotspur. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the follow button. I'm going to be bringing you guys roundups and talking about in-depthly what the move means for the team that wants the player or what it means for the team that is losing the player.